This is my very well loved jelly printing plate from Gelli Arts. This is a 5x7 size. They make a bunch of different sizes, so you can choose one that suits your needs. My favorite sizes are the 8x10 and the 5x7. 8x10 fits a 8.5x11 piece of paper really well. 5x7 fits a 8.5x11 piece of paper that's been cut in half. Now, most people like to do acrylic paints with gel printing plates. My favorite things to do are either ink pads or alcohol inks. I actually have two of these plates. You can see that the one on the left is stained, and that's from alcohol ink. It will do that, but you're going to see in a minute, it doesn't affect the printing in any way, shape, or form. On one of these plates, I'm using Distress ink. On the other side, I'm using Distress oxide. Distress ink is dye-based. Oxide is a dye pigment blend. You can see when I pull the prints that you get a very similar look to them. So you could choose whatever inks you want to use with them. To wash your plates, you're just going to use soap and water. You can use a baby wipe. You can use some isopropyl alcohol, and then you can use mineral oil to condition them. You can do plain prints where you do the ink pad all over, or you can use stencil stamps or found objects to create patterns on your jelly prints. Most of the time I like to just use printer paper for creating jelly prints because it's nice and inexpensive, especially when you're learning and just trying to see what you like to do with them. You can also use other types of paper, cardstock, mixed media paper. You can even print on fabric. Now, when you get your jelly plate, it comes in a clamshell and it comes with plastic on both sides. I keep that plastic and I store it with that plastic on both sides. Some people choose to throw those away and just use printer paper because for some people it can create bubbles. I've never found or noticed this, so I've never had an issue with it. But jelly plates are so much fun to use. You can use your prints and create cards with them, mixed media. And then once you're done your jelly printing session, you can just put it back in the clamshell, and then that will protect it for the next use. Jelly plates are so much fun to use, and there's so many different ways that you can use them. They're a great addition to your craft supplies.